leave your tip!
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is.
In the face! In the face!
Stop being such a fucking degenerate.
What the fuck?
Are you ordering me to do a thing?
Bring your whole force. I am not intimidated at all, man.
Fucking degenerate.
All right, we will go on the record now in the 13th Judicial District, the District Court of Greenwood County, Kansas. This is case number 2023 TR3 00060, State of Kansas versus Isaiah S. Curvin. And the defendant, Isaiah Curvin, appears in person and pro se.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
This is the pretrial hearing. The trial is set for jury Wednesday and Thursday of this week, February 7 and 8. There is one count of operating a motor vehicle without a valid license. Now, that seems to the court to be you either had a license or you didn't. Of course, the burden would be on the state to show there was no license. But Mr. Curvin, are you challenging that? Are you saying you did have a valid license?
No, I had a question before all that about the jurisdiction. I was challenging jurisdiction. I had a question about that.
Okay.
I wanted to know the cause and nature of what's bringing the suit against you. So I really didn't understand.
All right. Well, the people of Kansas, as you probably know, get together ever so often and have elections to elect people to represent them in Topeka, the state capital, and those legislators pass laws that are for the good of all of us in theory, maybe in practice, and then we are to follow those laws. One of the laws at some point in time that those legislators made was that if we are going to operate a motor vehicle in Kansas, we have to have a valid driver's license. And if you do not have a valid driver's license when driving the automobile, it is to be treated as a Class B non-person misdemeanor. And they set the penalties of up to 6 months in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. So the authority comes from the people of the state of Kansas that pass the laws through their elected representatives. And they also pass laws to have judges, and I'm one of those judges that presides over these type of cases. They also pass the law that you can't have a jury trial for this type of offense. And so that's the authority, that's the nature of it. It's a traffic case, but it's also designated a criminal case, a B misdemeanor. So does that help you with your question, sir, or is there something else we need to address?
Well, yes, I have another question. When you say it's been a criminal, would that it gives the court 2 ways? The Sixth Amendment actually gives the court 2 ways to do it. They can do it through either common law or is it colorable maritime admiralty law? Which one am I want to be tried under? What jurisdiction?
This is neither common law nor admiralty law. This is criminal law under the Constitution of the state of Kansas, as affected by case law and federal law, of course.
So it's neither common nor color.
That is correct. That is correct.
So which one? What am I going to be tried under? What jurisdiction I fall under so I can properly move and so I can understand how to defend myself?
If you want to properly defend yourself, then hire a lawyer, jackass.
You're being tried under the criminal jurisdiction of the Kansas statutes.
But under the Constitution, it grants you only 2, and it has 2 criminal matters. One has to be common law, the other has to be the maritime admiralty.
You consented by your conduct of going on to a road that is a state of Kansas highway and a
So which jurisdiction was that would be under? Like, would that be like maritime, like as a like a
Sir,
contract?
I've answered that question to you, and you got on the road and you consented to driving on the road, and therefore you did consent
I
to the
understand that.
laws associated with driving. So I am going to hold you to the law.
Judge Webster is one of the nicest judges, but you do not want to get on her bad side like this asshole is doing.
In this
I understand that.
particular case. Now,
What I'm understanding when you say like when you said the cause of nature, and but that's why I was not understanding still about that because you said the cause of nature, and then I asked,
sir, if you want me to entertain any of your arguments, you need to have them well thought out, and you need to have them
That's
in
what I said.
writing, and
That's
you
what the
need to
split
have them,
appearance was.
sir, listen to me, please. You need to have them in writing. You need to have them filed with the court. You need to give copies and notice to Miss Gillette so she can have an opportunity to respond. And I'm not going to entertain this process throughout the proceedings where you come in and you just start saying things.
I have a question.
Things
That's
that you
why
may have picked up here or there on the internet or by other people. I don't know where you get some of this stuff, but it is very common for people, certain individuals, to come in and start repeating some of this stuff that so far I haven't heard anything that has merit.
And you never will, because no sovereign citizen has ever won a case on merit. Thousands try, but they always fail.
Because I think you're misstating the law. So
no,
by now you should have had all your motions on file. We're ready.
Yeah, maybe misunderstood
Sir,
what I was
please
asking.
don't interrupt to me.
I still had a question.
Sir,
When you're done.
stop and listen to me. If you want a jury trial, I will make sure you have a jury trial. If you want to represent, sir, stop interrupting me. If you want a jury trial, I will make sure you have a jury trial. If you want an attorney, I'll make sure you have an attorney to help you. But if you're going to do this on your own, you need to know what you're doing, and you need to follow the law just as an attorney would be expected to.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
But you're not going to come in here and just start saying things, and I'll answer questions as long as they're legitimate questions. So at this point, I'll ask you once again, are you sure you don't want an attorney to help you, someone who is trained in the law? Because this, sir, is a court of law. And if you don't have the benefit of knowing the law, you're going to be disadvantaged.
Well, before I move forward, I had questions before I move forward. That's why I was asking to understand it. Because I often understand this.
Well, I can't aid you in the unauthorized practice of law. I cannot.
No, I'm not asking. I'm not asking for legal advice. I'm asking for your legal intent. What do you intend to be trying me? Which jurisdiction? That's why I'm asking if it's under which one. And you said it's a criminal matter. If it's criminal, then there's someone's been hurt. So if there's someone's been hurt, I have the right to cross-examine.
I have answered your question legally, and you keep trying to give me limited illegal choices, and I'm not going to do that.
People come in with this half-cocked, cockamamie, jabberwocky idea.
Under the Sixth Amendment, I have the right to know. Under the Sixth Amendment, I have the right to know what jury I'm going to be tried against, and you have the duty to tell me. I don't think you're going to be violating your oath to office if you did that.
I've answered those questions, sir. We need to move on. I've made it clear to you, it's a couple of hearings now, that you're being tried in the District Court of Greenwood County, Kansas, under the laws of the state of Kansas. And we're not going to keep running in circles on this.
That is not.
You know this, and I know this, and I feel like you're just kind of.
No, what I'm asking, so the court the Constitution only grants the court under when it comes to criminal under two matters, and that's why I asked you: is it civil? Is it civil or is it criminal?
This guy is stupid.
What you said is criminal, so it's not civil, right?
Sir, you can reserve your right for appeal, but I have ruled. Now, what's your next question or your next point of view? And I need to have you back here. Bring your camera back so I can see you.
Your phone froze. I didn't hear what you said. Your phone froze. You froze.
I don't know if my phone froze or your did.
Oh, mine, yeah, my phone froze. You cut out for a second.
Okay, so do you want an attorney? I'll ask you that again.
Before I get to that, I still have to find out. I have the 6 Amendment right to know. If I ask, I have the right to know. I'm not asking for legal advice. I'm asking for your legal intent.
Do you want a jury trial and do you want a lawyer? Those are the two things
Before I get to that, I have to understand what jurisdiction I'm under so I can rightfully, so I can know how to defend myself.
Okay,
now.
you don't like my ruling.
You don't. So I had to. So are you telling me I have to get a lawyer to understand? For the record, you just have to get a lawyer to find out what I'm going to be tried against?
No, moron. You need a lawyer who could actually explain the law to you, because without one, you have a snowball's chance in hell of winning. Smarten up.
If you keep sitting here wanting to argue with the court, I may have to find you in contempt. Is that what you're trying to get me?
I'm not arguing about the court. I'm trying to understand.
I cannot educate you and train you.
I'm not asking for education.
If you want to sir, you know there's a person that's going to try to type out this transcript. And if you keep talking over me, do you know what chaos you're going to cause for that transcriptionist? We have to take turns talking. I've answered your question repeatedly. Let's move on to the next question. Or the next point. You don't have any motions I can rule on because you don't have anything in the file. So are you going to hire an attorney, apply for court appointed, or continue on your waiver?
So if you're going to try, is there someone that was hurt to make a criminal matter? I'd like to know who it was.
Are you going to hire an attorney, apply for court appointed, or continue to waive your right and represent yourself? Keeping in mind, sir, if you waive your right to an attorney, you will be held to the same standards as a defendant with an attorney. You will be held to the same standards as the attorney. You need to know the same rules, procedures, and laws. So what are you going to do on the issue of attorney? Continue to.
I'm just simply asking you to identify which the code of the written law that you're asking to do. I'm just asking you to which code is that you're bringing against me as constitutional law. Because if that's a similar law.
Taking up time. Can you not understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, ask me if I want a lawyer. If I want a lawyer, I'm not moving forward because I'm not understanding where we're still going under here. Where you're telling me like it's on the criminal matter. If it makes a criminal matter, that means it has to be like some injured party. Where is injured party at?
I'm going to order that you appear at the courthouse. Where are you parked right now?
I'm in Texas.
You do know your trial is Wednesday and you have to physically be present in the courthouse. It is not a Zoom.
Before we get to trial, I'm trying to figure out the jurisdiction. You said we want to know what the jurisdiction is.
Well, if you don't want to submit to the Kansas jurisdiction for your live trial on Wednesday, I can get you a warrant and you can be brought before the court.
Yes, I'm appearing in person right now. I'm doing my duty to appear, but you're not telling me.
We're not having a Zoom jury trial.
They're not telling me. You're not telling me you're not even telling me what the nature of the cause. You're not even telling me if it's common law. If it's common law, then you telling me that it's a criminal. If it's criminal, then there should be an injured party. I'm asking, where's the injured party? Can you bring the injured party forward?
No wonder these so-called gurus make so much money. Stupid people are really easy targets. As P.T. Barnum said, there's a sucker born every minute.
Mr. Kervin, you are set for jury trial.
But before we even get to trial, man, you still haven't answered my questions. I still want to know the cause of nature of the matter.
Sir, I'm going to find you in contempt if you keep talking over me and being disrespectful.
Ma'am, you keep not even answering my question before we get to jury trial. You're just setting it.
You are now found in contempt.
Oh, that's gotta hurt!
That's it.
We will deal with your consequences Wednesday at the jury trial. This is set for jury trial. It's going to cost the taxpayers some money, so you better make sure you're ready to go to jury trial come Wednesday. You better make sure you're not in Texas. You better make sure you're sitting in the courtroom in Greenwood County, Kansas. That's Eureka, Kansas. Do you understand, sir? Any questions
Man,
about
I
what?
don't. No, I still have questions that was never answered.
I'm not your attorney, sir. I'm your
Yeah, I
judge.
know you're not returning. I'm asking you, Judge. I'm asking for legal bias. I asked you what was your legal intent. You still haven't told me what your legal intent. I asked you what was the nature and cause of this
My
for this
legal
for this.
intent is to conduct a jury trial on you Wednesday with the jury.
And what was the nature and cause of this whole before all that? What was
The
your nature and cause?
nature of this charge is that you were allegedly operating a motor vehicle without a license in Greenwood County, Kansas, November 9th, 2023. That's the nature. Now,
And you said it's
I'm
when
not,
you and I asked.
we're not
I said a
doing this.
question. I said a question. So when I asked you what jurisdiction the court the Constitution grants the courts the two jurisdictions, which one is common law and the other one is
Sir,
maritime admiralty law. You said it's neither one of them.
sir, you
Did
better
not?
go back to law school because I don't think you got the education you need to represent yourself. You either need to go back to law school or go to law school or get an attorney, sir, because you don't understand that which you're speaking of. So be ready to go. And if you're not here and ready to go, if you're not here and ready to go Wednesday, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Your Honor, I still have a question. You still haven't answered my question.
To ask the same questions over and over after
I'm asking it. You never answered it. You never told me
I'm going to object. It's been asked and answered. It's been ruled on, Judge. We need to proceed to the next step. The state has taken the opportunity to glance through the case Mr. Patterson cited. It can be distinguished from this case because the ruling says the person has to be subjected to up to 12 months imprisonment. It is a DUI case. Where someone was convicted of a first-time DUI and they were subject to 12 months of prison time or jail time under the law. This is a Class B non-person misdemeanor that's 6 months or less. It must be greater than 6 months in order for the person to be subject to an automatic jury trial. Otherwise, lacking the request, it may be a trial to the bench. Under the case law. So therefore the state v. Jones did not apply in this matter. He is facing no more than up to 6 months. So the automatic requirement for jury trial does not apply in this case to Mr. Curvin. The request for jury trial would still need to be in writing for a matter that's up to 6 months. And therefore, I would ask that we don't waste a jury's time and have a bench trial on Wednesday and move forward in the case.
Mr. Curvin, do you want a jury trial or a bench trial?
I want a jury trial.
Understand, I'm not going to prejudge, but understand. Ms. Gillette, can I continue this for further pretrial hearing with the live hearing defendant present tomorrow at, what do you have? Can you fit me in at what, 2:30, Missy? Do you have time then? Pick me a time. Give me about a half an hour tomorrow that you can fit me in.
I think our 11 o'clock went off. Let me.
I was going to say 11 o'clock is the perfect time for the state, Judge.
Well, but I've got to give Mr. Curvin. I've got to give, sir, please quit interrupting. This is not a free-for-all. Miss Gillette, we've got to give him time to drive up from Texas. Yeah. Well, if he doesn't have a license, he can't drive. We have to give him time to find someone who can drive him up here or give him time for a plane ticket or however he wants to get here.
Oh, come on, Judge. You know as well as I do, he's going to drive up there anyway.
1 o'clock p.m. from 1 to 1:30, then we can start the first appearance docket at 1:30.
Sounds good. Okay. Sir, this is going to be a live pretrial hearing tomorrow at 1 p.m. You must be
present. I cannot make it tomorrow, ma'am. I'm in Texas. That's what I was trying to tell you from before.
Well,
you told me you said Wednesday at first, and now you're saying tomorrow.
Well, your jury trial is Wednesday. Your pretrial is continued to 1 p.m. tomorrow. There is no law that says I have to give you a Zoom hearing. I try to do that as a courtesy. in
I could
most
do the
cases.
Zoom, but I wasn't able to drive because this like where I'm at, like I'm already like right here by San Antonio. It's like about a 14-hour drive. Like even if I like drove right now, I would still wouldn't make it to like or like probably 2, and I would like drive like this like 32, 14. That's like half the day driving. Now I don't have nobody to drive like that. You know, man. Like that's why like
If you don't have a
I would.
license, you better not be driving because then that'll be another violation of the law. But that's my order. Be here at 1 o'clock tomorrow, live and in person. If you're not here, then most likely a warrant would issue for your arrest, and we'd go from there.
Well, I'm telling you, if I wouldn't make it, what's my other option? If I'm already in Texas, not to, 'cause that's hours away. You know, it's like about 4 different states.
Well, sir, you came to Kansas, you violated the laws allegedly in Kansas, and you've taken up a lot of the court and counsel's time. So,
Well, I was told the
you're,
officer said he told me I can take care of it from Texas. I would have to come back to Kansas when I got the rest of the
I have
ticket.
always told you that the trial would be live. Don't be pulling that on
No,
me.
no, not you. I'm talking about the officer when I got the ticket when I first got it. I let him know like I was just coming through Kansas. Like you don't live here. He said it. She said normally it's stupid do video and stuff because it's like different state.
Normally it is, but I'm ordering that you be here in person tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And anything further, Miss Gillette?
Nothing at this time.
Hold on, my phone cut out. Hold on. So,
Mr. Curvin,
say it again, man.
any motions you want to take up tomorrow at the pretrial, you better have them filed by 5 o'clock tonight with copies served on the prosecutor, or I'm not going to entertain them tomorrow. You've had a long time to get those on file and you haven't done it. And I'm through with repeating myself over and over. So at this time, you owe the court $50 for contempt. We'll address that tomorrow as well. Okay, we'll begin recess.
When I have a
Thank you,
question
Judge.
before we go, when you said like how to file the motions and everything, did you receive my special appearance motion or anything like that?
Nope. No, sir.
You hadn't received it from last time?
Nope.
I filed that before.
No, sir. I don't know what you're doing with them, but we're not getting them here.
I was told that you had received them through email, or I sent the email
Okay,
I sent it a few
sir.
times. Not like that was the only way.
If you can't figure out how to do it on your own, then you need an attorney. And I have told you repeatedly that if you cannot afford an attorney, you can
No,
apply,
they told me
and I will appoint one.
they had received them before. That's why I was understanding. Like you say you never received them, but you say you received them before. Like the first time we appeared, and then I haven't received them. I haven't called.
Just because you keep repeating something doesn't mean you're going to get a different result.
No, I haven't repeated. I'm asking like they never received it, but they told me they did. That's just
You keep saying the things over and over, thinking like you're going to get a different result, and the answer is going to be the same every time.
Okay. You have a good day, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. We are adjourned.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around. I'm also very interested in what you have to say, so please leave a comment below. Until next time, later days.
Right back there.